Hello, hope all of you are doing well today. Let me turn on the Madoodle. Madoodle turned on, I think. Yeah, it was turned on. I can hear it now. That's the only thing of having chill music in your Satsu scene playlist. Some of them can have very quiet starts to them. Like, it's hmm, what? My expressions don't seem to be working right for second. Oh yeah, the overlay bit you can see at the moment is just Tube Mini. Uh, hmm, odd. Very odd indeed. Did I just try and do my expressions manually like this or something? That would be... Yeah, no idea why that's not, working properly. Hmm. Properties... Hmm. Yeah, got no idea why it ain't working. Who were? It's a bit weird. Yeah. And again, I am um then again I am having to do it through window capture rather than Sprout 2 capture like I used to be able to. Yep, I have zero idea how to actually fix this. Yeah, this is actually how I do my, like, expressions and that sort of thing. Yeah, I'm showing you the behind the pixels scenes. Some crap like that. But yeah, this is the way how it actually works. Basically, I have each expression to a particular scene, and yeah, they got particular. I got open, close mouth version of each expressions and blinking versions of those. It's supposed to be set that I press a certain button in order to... Oh, now you're sodding working properly! Fuck's sake. Oh, might as well... Since we're on the behind-the-scenes showcase bit, we might as well bloody continue with it now, shouldn't we? But yeah, you go open close for each expression. And blinking versions of that. The software will automatically do the blinking at regular intervals. I believe you're going to state properties. Yeah. Blink intervals. And that sort of thing. you never used to be able to actually edit this bit, so that's something they probably added with this new version of the DeoTube Mini. Yeah, it's the most up-to-date version of it. Hence why it doesn't fucking work with Prism Live Studios' Sprout 2 capture. Which is annoying. Yeah. Yeah. And I have it set up for all of the what's-its. And I have the actual hotkeys for them set. And I have it set so that they use numpads, meaning I need to have numlock on to actually use them. But I suppose one of the benefits of having it on a numpad, well, as a window capture is I can actually use them without the window actually being visible, type thing. So that's a added benefit. Anyway, I'm gonna start booting up Warframe because that is what we are doing today. If you think about it, this is technically going to be the last Warframe stream before Shadowgrapher launches. Well, the Shadowgrapher update launches next week. Anyway, game's loaded. Alright. Unmute the game. And, oh. Turn chat to clan. I also... Hold on. I'm also gonna go into my... What's-its real quick. And... Yeah. Just wanted to go in the settings to turn off squad invites. Well, squad invites and that, because there's a bit of a thing going around where people are like hacking the text for them and making them display all kinds of random crap. Yet there was not one Vaughn monologue. Come on, guys, what the hell? You're slacking. Oh, yeah, I have a new gun. Whoa, gun is a bow. Proboscis Cernos. It requires a Mutila Cernos to make, which in turn requires a Cernos to make. If we're going by Digimon logic, this is basically the ultimate level Digivolution of a Cernos. I bring that up because Time Stranger is Digimon just had their big sort of convention, well, more news thing than anything else. And they revealed that, yeah, Time Strangers get in more DLC, but a big, massive one. Sometime in 2025. Which must be fairly fucking sizable then. But my question is, are people still going to be playing the game by then? Let's see. Alright, what should we do first?
Saddle up.
That's always a... Oh, shit, yeah, that's something I need to do. I need to do, normal spell stuff actually, cause it's Ivara this week, and I thought, hey, might as well grab her, cause she's the best Warframe for stealth, well, for spy missions. And we all know that I still need to get some of the 6060 mods out of those. But also, I want to do a lot more Still Path stuff. Well, start just knocking out Still Path nodes. And that means I'm going to have to do spy nodes at some point. Well, spy missions at some point. And yeah, if you use Ivara, you're gonna have zero fucking issues with them. Because Infiltrate is so powerful. Prowling Augment, Ivara is able to bypass laser barriers, as well as still be invisible, and gains 25% movement speed. Basically, this gives her 4 the... No, I don't think it's even a 4. I think it's like her... 3. 3, that. And it essentially makes you invisible and intangible, this augment. Meaning I won't have to use Wukong for spy missions anymore. Because the reason why I use Wukong for spy missions is because his 2 makes him invisible and intangible. But he can still bump enemies around though, whilst in Cloud Walker form, which, yeah. I had nearly completely forgotten about this. Yeah, no, making this my first point order of business for the day. Okay, what frames we got? Oh. Eeny, miny, mo. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Yo, yo. And fucking hell, like, give me an entire cavalcade of me guns. What says do we have? It's just... It's not still path, so... Yeah.
One may chase after happiness.
Now, that's my Vasto Prime.
Like a fool. Only to have it alight on one's open hand without warning.
Yeah, but that'll do. Ooh. Right. Let's wait for the peoples to... The fuck is smells from Julian? Like... Oh my god, he also got dual sword. God, how bad's a build on this? Yeah, I'm using the default because I didn't even realise I had a dual sword lying around. Yeah, I need to have a little look-sees in my
Secrets lie buried deep within the Undercroft. The paradox provides the
arsenal
means
at
to
some
extract
point just to see what crap I do have.
must protect the excavators and keep them powered.
Chamber a secondary version of anti-munitions. Like, can you imagine that with Vivasto Incarnon? With a Fammer Hammer type shit from that? Yeah, I really need to jig the... There's a lot of things I want to rejig, like, my Uriel setup.
Void treasure location established.
Do I have overextended? Because if I
Extractor deploying.
yeah, it's that. If I have that, might be worth screwing about with my Uriel's setup. Did it? I ironically kind of missed the Kuba Brammer a bit.
I sense another void treasure.
It's really hard to keep the ammo up, because you only have 5 ammo. And unlike the lens, from what I remember, the Kuba Brammer doesn't have inbuilt ammo mutation.
Extractor in place.
Yeah. Let's just say the ammo nerfs hit this thing hard.
An extractor requires power.
It got even worse when they made it so that Wukon's clone actually consumes ammo.
Extractor in place. Extractor charge expended.
There we go.
Enemies are assaulting your excavator. A new void treasure may now be extracted.
Also, to be fair, I don't even really need to use weapons with Uriel. Like, I don't typically like caster frames too much.
You have
Mostly
gained
because I was one of those
If
Destiny
you
players that
choose, you may now
preferred
leave.
gunplay over, well,
Will you lay your sword
think
aside
gunplay, well,
and
ability
rest?
stuff should
Fight on.
work alongside gunplay rather than completely replace it.
Left behind from the time of Scholar's Landing. Master their alchemy to understand the elemental forces you wield. Locate a crucible. Your enemies hoard the amphors the crucibles need. Retrieve them. Blast crucible. Mix heat and cold amphors.
Right.
The needed amphors at the crucible.
Whoa! That was a... Well, that was like Spike. Yeah, that was definitely the game and not me. Like, I'm not the, I'm not, Prison Life Studio. God damn. And I'm playing this on PS5 as well. Yeesh. Because either Service had a moment, or something else had a moment.
Finished. A new crucible hungers for elements. Deadly radiation, the product of heat and electricity amphors.
Oh, that's what I see. Is someone... Oh, okay, Necro Sounds Golf. Christ, that's a, room clearing squad if ever I've seen one. Alright, I get movement speed for every decree I have. I wanted to blow him up. How is all used today anyway? Whilst we're just mindlessly doing circuit stuff, let's have a little chat, shall we? Is you all this bandit? I am doing alright. Not really much of note happened today. I saw two of my sisters, which is always nice. And I had pizza for dinner, so...
Leave now.
Actually, now that I say that out loud, it has been a pretty good day.
The Undercroft is inexhaustible. The Undercroft seethes with Thrax's violence. Burn it out with force. Destroy every enemy you find.
Right. I want to do the combat. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Okay. Anyway. incredibly fast and incredibly tanky. This would be better in a still path for one of us. Oh well. Whatever gets us to... Ow.
Foe is staggered, but not yet defeated. Persist.
I'll get him. Dang. Good, this thing needs a rejig.
From the clutches of its rot. This is not over.
Yeah, I need to rejig my Valstol Prime at some point. This thing is not doing as much damage as I want it to. Alright, survival.
This struggle goes on for as long as you can stand. Endurance is defiance. Prove you can endure the Undercroft at its most oppressive.
Sure. Right, time to flunk me off somewhere and... just... blow things head off, I guess. Can you imagine if I got a room for this thing that had like minus multi-shot? Oh, a lot of multi-shot, but had a accuracy penalty? Like, I'd love to have to get a room like that for an explosive weapon. Because then I'd be able to effectively carpet bomb an entire map. Yeah, the Balzo Prime Incarnate is fun to use, but it's kind of shit. It's literally just a Fanma Hammer effect. Which, considering this is more a you want to be accurate kind of weapon, split right down the middle.
Support is inbound.
I should be turning that on. now, should I? Shouldn't I? Blah, blah, what? Oh.
Periodically, life support will appear. Use it only as you must.
That is satisfying when that happens. I suppose a low ammo primary like the Google Rammer probably gets you to use your secondary a bit more. Which I don't see as a bad thing. I don't see it as a... I don't see it as a bad thing at all. It would help if the secondary wasn't completely shut down by Overdrive, though. Like, seriously, look at this shit.
Life support has been activated. I advise you not to be content with merely doing enough.
Sorry, I was
Cowards
definitely
send
going for that one.
minions to fight in their stead. This jackal is a mere envoy. Destroy it. The body is well armored. The limbs less so. Do not hesitate to attack.
Yeah, just hide behind something solid.
Avoid the beams.
We are in the beam! Anyone fucking remember that?
It's down.
That's back when TF2 still had was still getting regular updates.
Find where it has fled to. You have an opportunity. Take it. Something is shielding it from harm. Find
Now
out.
we light them all on fire. Because that is literally what we do as a Uriel player. We just light everything on fire and worry about consequences later. Mine. Nice.
Seek out what protects it.
Whoops. Oh, but apparently it was a ledge bear. Neat. I'm becoming a bit too fast and uncontrollable. This is actually really fun. It could be worse. It could be the frictionless penance on Descendia. Sort of that thing. Oh, you know what I should
The foe has fallen. Stab it.
do that with at some point? Nijar.
Let this
As in the
victory
Warframe who
serve
was
as a
sliding around
warning.
built, well,
Duviri
as
is
just
defended.
his passive. Actually, there's a thought. There's a thought. For the one particular reason. Can't you,
Do not expect me to tell you when to stop.
make it so that Nijar can
for
nuke
yourself.
stuff nowadays?
Creatures of the deep void are assaulting the undercroft, tearing rents in its fabric. Seal them up again, or worse foes than Thrax may emerge. The void can heal as well as harm. Gather the floating spheres and take them to the ruptures.
Oink. It's 1,000 times easier when you can fly. Yes. I should probably do something about that. No, he self-res.
Rupture is closed. The paradox stabilizes. Fight on. Close the ruptures as you would staunch the wounds of a comrade. If the Void Angels break through the wall, their master will be freed. Do not allow that to happen.
And we're now getting into the hundreds, enemy level wise. Not by much of an issue, because again, this is not still path.
A breach has been sealed. Excellent work. The Void Angels are unrelenting. You are all that is keeping them at bay. Hold fast.
there should be some enemies that can't be made into Xmas units.
The enemy
And the
has
drone
been
should be on the
held
top
at
of that
bay.
fucking list.
Congratulations are in order. It is my duty
Yeah, I
to
think I
make
only need to do one more and then I'll...
extraordinary demands of exceptional people. Many defensive battles within the Origin system were lost. Through the paradox, you now have the chance to undo those defeats. The enemy musters for a fresh assault. Hold the line.
We do have a Saren, an Ekros, and a Yuri, so... We get melted, set on fire, brought back from the dead to kill your comrades, all three at once. I just took a crap ton of damage there for no apparent reason. And healed.
No time to rest. Already a new onslaught begins.
I wonder if like some casting speed might do you some good. Hellfire! Right, that should kill everything on that side of the map for the next 10 seconds. I just want a weapon one of these days that just... You kill stuff through ragdolling it into a wall off a cliff. Now that would be the kind of weapon I would enjoy.
Your resolve is being tested. Do not falter. Enemies incoming. Stand fast.
Still, I should have used the Kubaton core instead, if I'm honest. Turning the game down a little bit, it is a bit loud. I always underestimate how loud Warframe looks in the audio mixer.
Like ashes, the enemy has been scattered to the void.
There we go.
Yes,
That is me
you must
done
move on.
with that.
It is in your nature.
Another job well executed.
And my foot's gone numb because I've been sitting on it. Ow. Ow. Ah. Why do I keep doing this? I know every single fucking time I sit on my foot, it goes numb. Why am I like this? Alright. That should be Avala. I need argon crystals. A good few argon crystals at that. Christ, Avala needs a fair bit of nighttime extract. 9. That shit ain't easy to come by, you know. Only real place you can get them is like
Nora's got the goods for one lucky
here.
dreamer. Who's it gonna be?
Prison guard. Prism organ for Mirage. Follow. Oh! Yeah, I want this. Untrue, but no false contact. I don't have a better call, but I get the feeling I might want to buy it. Advantage. Yeah, I forget you can get unique augments through this.
That's all we have time for.
Yeah. I do want to finish leveling this up because that'll give me enough mod capacity to hopefully slot in Malignant Force so I can have Corrosive and Blast on it. Now, you might be wondering why Corrosive and Blast? Not so much from the explosion, but for the tentacles that drag them towards where the explosion happens.
Stand by while I analyze the intelligence profiles of the Grenier. Error, not a number. Did the operator enjoy this witticism?
Yeah. Anyway. Anywho. Yeah. Because what I want to do is, like, have it gain its last couple levels, and then throw it at Descendia, this week's Descendia, see what happens. Where's the... I haven't really been doing the anniversary alerts, because I have all the anniversary stuff anyway. Hell, the Dexaboros was my first Incarnon weapon I put an Incarnon adapter on. Actually, let's do a quick still path test. A still path test that doesn't involve a doodle. Yeah, let's use Caliban.
Accept your death, and you may yet avoid it.
Technically,
Trust
the
in your training.
what's it skewered, but it actually makes life easier for the counterless, believe it, actually. Which is kind of funny. Well, this thing don't work out as a
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
what's it weapon? Oh, what great as a support weapon. Yeah, no, it definitely needs armor strip to really get going.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
It kind of those blast box at things. Yeah, it definitely needs corrosive or something on it. I don't know. That's a no-go. You know what? Screw it. Archon Hunt. Let's see how the Visco Cernos does at the moment in a team setting. Yeah, no, that does actually... When was the last time I
Remove
got
the
to
biocatalyst
use
from the mixer to halt the Grineer poison
Razor Jar as
creation.
an actual
Take
movement
care when
tool?
destroying the
God damn.
biocatalyst cartridge. It is highly explosive. Head to the poison injector now. Set the injector into overdrive to incinerate the toxin.
Someone using Ovus? Because that was definitely Nightwatch Napalm kicking in. No, someone's using a turret. Huh.
The Golden Makers laid the system to waste. Hang your heads in shame, children of abomination, filth-born chattels.
Ah, that's where the fuckers are coming from. Yeah, I think we're a bit more stats chance and corrosive.
Objective achieved. Well done.
Objective achieved. Well done.
Huh. So you can use Razor Jar as a half decent movement tool. Nice. Nice, nice, nice.
facility is a communications crossroad for Narmer.
Oh, it's an
Listen in.
interception.
I want to know what he's telling his flock.
Huh.
Do you remember?
I haven't done one of these as Caliban in a while.
First day, how our father lifted you screaming from the manifold. How we sang.
You know what? I'll go to A. Right. Now we got a plunk our asses on the point. Yeah, interception isn't the most riveting game mode in world, is it?
Tower captured. Beginning stream decode now.
Off. That's... Thank you. Ah, I'm nearly nicked her in me noggin.
We are in total
That sounds
control.
really weird,
Keep fighting.
saying that out loud. Then again, it's me, half the shit I come out with is weird. It's not like verbal diarrhea or anything like that. I'm just weird. Ow. Motherfucker blew on my sentinel. That's B. Oh, that's a Uriel in the squad. A Wisp, a Mirage, and a Uriel. Yeesh, no wonder nothing's getting through. They're all either being CC'd by the heat procs from Uriel, or CC'd from the electric procs from Wisp modes. War Hilt. Oh yeah, you get those from like Atlas and well the second dream sentient enemies.
We cannot allow the enemy to learn of our espionage. Eliminate the remaining.
You can also get Shadow parts of the bats that show up. I was very confused why not I had one drop from one of those guys. The only other way to fight those guys is to do Railjack. On whatever mission the Murex is on.
And I beheld a great ram, and the horns of him were crowned with soul and
Realistically, Voice just needs to plot the motes in the by the consoles, because I think they electrocute things as well. Well, the mote pods actually execute things as
I
well.
have detected another message incoming. Capture and decode the signal.
I think.
This tower is ours now.
I don't know everything about Warframe.
We have control of all 4 towers.
Now I think about it, Corrosive would actually be good. That gives a... because that will give another status effect for Galvanized Aptitude to work off of. Because that makes it so that... once you kill something with a weapon with Galvanized Aptitude on, it makes it so that it gives it a condition overload effect where you do more damage the amount of you do, I think, like 40% more damage for each status effect that's on that enemy, and that can stack up to 2 times for 80 per status effect. But you have to get the kill first for it to activate in the first place. Now I think about it, if I can get
You're
a
dominating. Keep it up.
thing reactor, no, melee, no, primary arcane adapter, because I'm out of them at the moment. I have a candidate for primary debilitate. Anything that has, like, any status weapon that has a combined element built into something on its kit would be perfect for it. Unless it's Blast. Yes, I know I have Blast modded on this, but I think it would maybe work particularly well.
Message decoded. Leave none alive. Clear out the remaining enemy forces. All messages decrypted. Pazul is not
And I
merely
think in a
insane.
5-mile radius is also dead.
There's another mind at work within him.
Just admit it, Nata. You're scared to face the possibility that I'm right.
Ah. Ironically, for war parts aren't used to build war. They're used to build broken wars.
The system continues to fall into chaos. Check navigation for
Yay.
active invasions.
Malignant Force, quick. No. I can put in an unranked one. Okay, seems like I'm gonna need a form on this. From what it seems like. Okay.
Archon Boreal serves only the ram. He cares nothing for the twisted servant that carries him. The being I once called brother. Destroy Boreal, and Era's mind may become clear again.
Highly doubt about Lois, but I appreciate the enthusiasm. I'm gonna put the boys on range mode for this. Just so that I can actually hit Boreal.
Boreal is here. Strike fast, use cover, and do not let him heal.
Well, he just fucked off somewhere else. Almost immediately. Well, that's bosses in Warframe. Unless they're ones with, like, proper invincibility frames, they end up dying very quickly.
In Pazul's eyes, they will open this gate even if their bearer is dead. Is invulnerable. Take down his flock first, then him.
I need ammo. Close enough.
Boreal is consumed by hatred. He blames both your people and ours for what was done to him. Pazul provides him with easy targets for that vengeful spite.
Oh, he's dead.
Boreal is down. Narmer's spying eyes have been torn out. Excellent work.
Anywho, time to go. Oh, cool, Bell's here. Yes. Oh, nice, a Tau Forged one. That just means it's a stronger. The effects you get from it are stronger. So, yeah. Also, Nightwave shit. That's an Umbral former.
The steady blade, in certain hands, extracts a tithe of blood and pain.
Yeah. Umbral former are used for Umbral mods.
Let's
That's
check
it.
what's
That's
next.
literally the only reason why I'd use them. And even then... Oh. Hi, Avian. How is you doing? Okay, I'm gonna do some quick simulacrum testing. I'm doing alright. How is for you? For me, is quite alright. Hey, simulacrum. I don't use the ballroom simulacrum to show off the fact that, yeah, I did an event once and I got it from an event shop. I use the ballroom simulacrum so I don't end up yeeting everything into the void constantly. Okay, I want to just test how this... Yeah, this really don't get a lot of... Oh god, I forgot to turn on me invincibility. There we go. Hmm. Yeah, that really don't do the trick, does it? Alrighty. Oh. Hmm. Let's try gas. Try. I'm so used to using enemy highlights that I forgot not all enemies are bright pink. Fair enough, like, I didn't even know enemy highlights was a thing. Maybe it's just in the part of the settings I don't really bug about with much. Hmm. It's so useful? I can imagine, actually. Uh, Alright, let's see how gas performs with this, cause... Especially for me, who's basically blind. Fair enough. Uh, hmm. Alrighty, let's see how this works. Cause I'm thinking, since it... Oh! Oh, okay. That's without any armor strip. How goes Warframe bow? Good. Just finished the arc on Hunt for the Week. And just messing about with a bit of build crafting on the Proboscis Cernos. And it does seem like gas and electric seems like the way to go on this. Nice. Yeah, like, hold on, let me reset the enemies and quickly show you. Right. Run into the crowd, shoot one shot, and... for... like, that damage from one shot, without any priming, mind you, on 120 corrupted heavy gunners, that, by the way, I'll step to the still path then, because, the only times I've used any version of Cernos was in Deviri, so I haven't gotten to mess with that weapon yet. Fair enough. It is it's one bugger of a crafting recipe though, because you need to make, well, to make a proboscis Cernos, you need a mutilus Cernos, and to make a mutilus Cernos, you need a Cernos. It's like a fucking Pokemon slash Digimon evolution route, but with Warframe weapons. Still, that ain't bad without any priming. It's hard to drag myself away from bursting with a Carnival, that thing just eats everything in its path. Fair enough. I've never really messed about with the bursting at all. I don't know, I think I just like making shit explode. Well... so... I did a little bit of still path testing earlier, And I found out something very interesting. This weapon works well with Caliban, especially with his melee boys. Makes Incarnon level 200 steel path feel like nothing. Watch this. Yeah, like, the grouping on this on Caliban's summons kind of allows them to just annihilate everything. Because it groups it up for them and keeps them still long enough for the melee boys to do their thing. Vile Golbert. Yeah, this thing does actually have innate Vile on the explosion. Let me just show ya. Yeah. The radio... Oh, you can't see it, my noggins in the way. There we go. Yeah, the explosion? Because it's a delayed explosion, because it sort of groups them up first, and then explodes. Basically, this thing's kind of... If I had to compare it to any other weapon, it's basically an infested lens. I could see it being applied to them while you were shooting them. Yep. Because massive ass file. What is actually the file chunk? Christ. Yeah, it makes complete sense when it has a 55% proc vial. I do need to squeeze in one more form on this thing, though. But that can wait till later. Oh, one more thing I do want to test this out with. Where are you? Right. I want to see what happens. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Fuck me. I just... Damn. Okay, I need to see that again. Like, they died too quickly on that one. Right. I shoot the thing. It juice to atoms. Yep. Like, to be fair, my Anoro Sankavat, well, my Anoro setup is really good for just killing a lot of things very quickly under certain circumstances. But what's a good example to show this? Oh yeah, the Vandal with Nautilus. Alright, let's see if I can get this to work. I got Gooey Fields because I show people my Comey, and I've had a few go, that's actually scary. Yeah, this setup actually works better in here than it does actual gameplay. Yeah. Right, I really want to throw this for this ghost. So no sad. I just breach surge on her and use a fourth ability and things just cease to exist. Oh, that's fucking devious. I approve. Like, I don't have Comey, but I know exactly where you're going with that. Like, oh, that's devious. You must need a lot of power strength for that to really work. I know, I don't mess about with Breach Surge all that much. Kama was the first frame I ever got, and she's my most used to this day. Fair enough, like, she does seem like it is a popular Warframe. What's actually in Descendia Wars-wise this week? Amp Arcane. Damn, not really anything too interesting. But I want to see just how ridiculous this stuff actually is in proper gameplay. She's easy farming and can be farmed really early and is pretty strong. Yeah, shit, she can be farmed pretty early. You're right, because you just need access to Cetus, do the Plains of Eidolon quest, and then you get access to Sire's Visions. Yeah, in theory, you could probably farm Homei before you... Well, like you said, farm Comey as your first proper frame.
Operator, are you enjoying the view?
Her weapons are also in our free and is pretty good even in late game. Fair enough. Yeah. I don't use caster frames all too often though. With one exception. The fact that she only takes 24... Wait, Comey only takes 24 hours to build? Fuck me. Yeah, she really was designed to be attainable early on then. Yeah, like I said, I don't really use caster frames all that often. With one glaring exception. Yo-yo. Coming... Oh, they changed it so Rhino only takes a day. Yeah, the only real caster frame I tend to use is Uriel. But I want to use an else for this. Kame, Dagger, Furiel, and Varuna are my faves. I honestly... I kind of love using Uriel. You know what? I might as well use him now. I might as well use him now, if I'm honest. If I can get a multiplayer instance of Still Path Descendia, that I mean. Oop. Crap. Well, he has a bite. You'll make Still Path feel like normal mode. At which point I soloed the Still Path 999 tank with him. Damn.
Albrecht stole my mind. Violence is the sole means to reclaim it. Show me you speak the language of death.
Red. It's the second time I've had to... If I had £1 for every time I had to collect Phytoplasma Uriel today, I would have £2. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird it happened twice. Yeah, so I was doing Saka earlier. Also, with parkour velocity on Uriel, he zooms. Huh.
The cost of war. Bloodshed.
Add that onto the random shit I need to try out at some point later.
This place. It reeks of evil. Even the look of it speaks of horror.
I hate to tell you, Marie, but your dear Albrecht is to blame for most of this. Aesthetic.
Elimination on fire rollers is annoying on this. Luckily, don't need to test my max parkour velocity in Euro. I'm through across the plains of Ireland in 4 minutes. Christ! Damn. Well, I can imagine it probably did feel really nice to just fly across the plains of Ireland as a yo-yo. Where's... Good thing about yo-yo in this particular situation, fuck the rollers, they'll just roll into their deaths. Unfortunately, Yo-Yo's sword just does not have a lot of duration. I really want to put on some range mods to really make it so that that fall can cover a decent sized room entirely in fire. Yeah, only thing about... yeah. Okay, yeah, I am... well, like, duration makes it up in strength at least. Oh yeah, like... going back to what you were saying about making Steel Path easy. I roasted acolytes in a single cast of this thing before. And I can't go wrong with my good faith, good and faithful secondary gaze kick gun. I just wish I actually bothered to get up to max level with Solaris United so I can actually get Pax Charge. Acolytes don't stand a chance against this fort? Yep. They also can't stand up to thermal RPGs either. Yes, I have shot an acolyte in the face with with one of the thermal RPGs before. It was really fun. Oop. Non-targets in this particular mission are annoying because you cannot they have a lot of health, have a lot of armor, and you can't armor strip them. Trust me, I have tried. I've tried hard armor strip by something like Caliban's Fall. I have tried corrosive. It don't fucking work because they're immune to status effects. Where's the... oh, there it is. I so badly wish they'd make the RPGs a heavy weapon you can use normally. Yep. Like, I love that we have, like, futuristic guns and that, And one of the most powerful things we've wielded is an RPG from 1999. But, I suppose... Right, I suppose Glaslin's got melted. I suppose what they say is true. If it ain't, well, don't fix it.
Mindless destruction. Perhaps this is a memory of the devils from when he was a little boy smashing his toys.
Oh, you know what is fun to do in Descendia? The target shooting one when you're on the calf with the Vasto Prime. Like, that was really damn fun. That particular time. And again, I like the Vasto Prime in general. I just really wish I knew of a way to actually make it work. You can strip an Acolyte's armor with Oberon. That is true.
No, Marie, take heart. Our friends will defend you.
That is true. You can actually strip a Acolyte's armor with Oberon. Probably nukes any enemies around the Acolyte though. Yeah. I gotta admit, I do want to try and squeeze a little bit more power out my Oberon Prime, so I can maybe try and nuke for this for a bit. But I know Oberon is more of a supporter frame rather than a nuking frame, or it's better as a bit of a weapons platform armor strip kind of frame. What do we have in here? A Chroma, a Cora, and a Mesa. Huh. I have not seen a Mesa in a fair while. Like a fair while. I suppose you don't see Mesas all too often. Sometimes use Mesa now and then. Fair enough.
A moment to breathe before we move on, n'est-ce pas?
Let's see. Energy or... Yeah, I'm taking the energy and health one because I am using Costa Frame. You're gonna need all the energy you can get sometimes.
May soul guide you.
Oh, it would sometimes help if I, She just doesn't have a great survivability. See, that kind of, well, turns me away from particular frames. I like having survivability. Just straight up, that's why I can't play a lot of the incredibly squishy frames. Oh, I wish I could actually get a Necro set up to make them decently tanky. That would make farming a lot easier. He's using an Arcoplasmal. Tenant one from the looks of it. Ah, alchemy.
We finally figure out how to make gold from lead. Magnifique.
And fallen debris. Alrighty.
This chaotic adaptation of your mind to my memories is not wholly
That should free up a lot of amphors for everyone to start singing about.
It is nearly just as irritating.
Need I remind you that the Drifter is aiding you by doing this, Rook?
Right. Yep, I think I've spawned enough amphors for everyone. Now, where are all the electric ones? Yeah, Mesa doesn't have great survivability. Because I believe her only survivability tool is shooting gallery? Which is more, it jams the guns of enemies around you. So it don't affect melee enemies. So you do have to watch your ass on that one.
Like fleeting thoughts that escape one's grasp, these devices seek to elude us.
And you also have to watch out for enemies with explosive weapons, or area effect ones. She has a shield ability that gives her damage reduction, but she still takes damage. That is true. Shooting gallery isn't like a guaranteed thing. Scrubber Iron Pit. Why the fuck are these things spawning? What has things from Scrubbers, Hell Scrubbers have to do with, astrolobes? Ooh. Yeah. Damn. Oh, these are Deimos infested. I haven't seen these fuckers in a hot minute. I have mine up to 85 to 90 damage reduction, but still half enemies, if I'm not paying attention, will just eat my health. Oof. Yeah, that's the only thing about trying to tank with a low health pool. 90% damage reduction isn't always going to save you on that one. Like,
On sight, you will find a shrine to himself. Why am I not surprised?
Yeah, personally, when it comes to health tanking frames, I'd like to be able to get to at least 1,000 health, with mods and that. And even then, like, survivability isn't guaranteed even with adaptation. That was what... Everything's is just very shades of red right now. Okay, where is the... But yeah, I typically go for more higher health frames for tanking. Well, health tanking at least.
What were you bursting
shield tanking, it's obviously the other way around. If I can find a way to boost the ever-loving hell out of something's shields, I'll use that for shield tanking. That's why I use Caliban for shield tanking. Because not only can... Oh, someone's down. Not only can you boost Caliban's shields to high heaven and back, I usually try to go for shield build for shield gate, and Kome is usually pretty good at that. Fair enough, I keep forgetting about shield gating. I suppose that's probably because I'm sort of like wary about it. Like, I don't like the tanking side of it to be massively high maintenance. And that to me, well, to my brain, seems very high maintenance. Trying to keep shield gating going. I forget that there's a Chroma in the squad.
The cost of war. Bloodshed.
Oh god. Oh no. So this one's full of nothing but Scoldra Harbingers. I've had enough of fucking Harbingers from back when I was used to play Genshin. You should try... Yeah, yeah, nothing will get me more fear when I got nullifiers in Descendia. Yeah, I can imagine that does fry me ever-loving shit out of you. But like I said, I don't always play casting frames. Granted, I do spend a lot of my time nowadays playing Muriel, but that's why well, I suppose that's kind of another subconscious reason why I go half and half on weapon power and frame power sometimes. So sometimes there are times where you're not going to be able to do much with a frame side of things, so you need to make sure you have a good weapon. Not only abilities, but no frame rate either. Oh, damn. Tanked it that badly? I suppose it would do. Well, I think they did their assignment a little bit too good. They stopped your Warframes and your computer's frames. A room full of like 15 nullifiers. Jesus Christ. Oh wow. Yikes. I don't know what else to say about that one other than yikes.
You are whole. Here you are safe.
Yeesh. Okay, I'm taking the status damage one. I am... Cause... Let's see how crazily that boost of power of this bow. Yeah, 15 nullifiers. I get a bit scared when there's one nullifier in a room. Models animations are interesting to see. Why, thank you.
What is that horrible smell? Devil, is that you?
Just simple animation work. Like, well, I'd say simple, but some bits of it I actually use a bit more of a complicated technique. Or a lot of like the looping side of the actual animations, which is hair and when the wings in the rest position, so to speak. To animate those, I use a technique known as pixel animation. And it's a bastard to actually get to work properly. Because what pixel animation is a trick of the eye. Basically, you make it look like something's moving only half a pixel. A good way to do use it is to use it to sort of smooth out particular animations, or for incredibly subtle movements like idle animations in video games. Like, God, what's an example? Super Metroid, actually. Samus's idle sprites. Look at the animation. Well, look at Samus's idle animation, Super Metroid, and see how they sort of do breathing, and how incredibly subtle it is. They do that via pixel animation. You said Metroid, and my brain auto-corrected to, ah yes, Metro. Yeah, I remember that one Metroid game where Ridley took over the New York train network. Oh, head stompers. This is a fun penance to fuck about with. The only Metroid game I ever played was one on the DS. Oh yeah, you can... When Head Stomper Penance is a thing, you can also bounce on the enemy's corpses. I sometimes can actually get a good rhythm going with the Head Stomper jumps. If they stay alive long enough for that. God, which Metroid game was on the DS? It was definitely one of the Prime games. I like to believe Descendia was where the devs put their serious ideas. Probably. I mean, wouldn't surprise me. Now you got me thinking of like what Metroid games were on DS. I think there was 2 on the DS.
The refractory is trying to purge Marie from the system. However amusing that is.
Yeah.
If it succeeds,
Both Metroid Prime games. Both of them were Metroid Prime games actually, because you had Metroid Prime Pinball and Metroid Prime Hunters. The only you had 2 Metroid games on the 3DS as well. Samus Returns, which was a remake of Metroid 2. Hunters was one. Okay. So you're probably familiar with a motherfucker by the name of Silence. I still haven't finished Metroid. Well, I've barely gone that far into Metroid Prime 4 actually. Yeah, the 3DS ones was Samus Returns, which was a remake of the second Metroid game. No clue, barely any memory of that game other than I have played it. Fair enough. As though just Barry. What was the other 3DS Metroid game? Oh yes, fucking Metroid Prime Federation Force.
I feel we have strayed into Ruth's adolescence. Is it safe for us to delve this deep?
the only dangers here are imagined ones, though you are the expert of such
Ow.
things, are you not?
Yeah. But yeah, Hunters was the one with Silence in it. I think it was also more multiplayer focused, that game. Yeah. It's a good thing I know my gaming history a bit. God, what Metroid games have I played? I think I've only played like 3. Super Metroid, which I'm replaying on stream at the moment. I was actually doing the part 2 for that yesterday. Like the second.
Ah, yes. I remember training for live combat. I do not miss it.
Yeah, I was playing Super Metroid yesterday on stream actually, because I've been streaming it. So sometimes I will go back and to a game that I've previously played through on stream and just play through it again. So that's what I've been doing with Super Metroid recently. I've played Metroid Dread and finished that, and I've played Metroid Prime 4, but haven't gone massively far. I think I've gone as far as first stepping into Flareball to get the fire chip, and that's about it.
To change what they have experienced is to change who they are.
Alrighty.
Pray me away, Marie. Just try.
I'm not gonna lie, this bit of a roll fight kind of reminds me of Genshin, right? Cause there's one of the world bosses in that game.
On your knees, where you belong.
The fuck just happened?
Tenno, your codex has
Okay.
been updated with a new quest.
He used brimstone. I don't think brimstone would have fucking done that. Alrighty then. I think I'm gonna switch to an OS just to be on the safe side. That was bizarre, to say the least. Yeah, like, really bizarre. Okay, someone remind me to clip that one for later. Cause that was really weird. Well, at least we can. Although.
Melt as wax.
Oh. Okay. Makes sense. Right.
Kneel and I spare you.
I didn't even know he could do that move, but. But, hey ho. When I was farming Rove, solo healers killed me maybe 2 or 3 times with that move. Damn.
Only the light of Lua can prevail against such hellfire.
Another thing I learned is that if you use Breach Surge, you can blind him and stun lock him at times. Oh! Okay. I didn't think you could hard CC bosses quite that much. I know you can afflict him with cold blocks, which usually slows them down, but it just slows them down, like so.
A little higher.
Well, that's Descendia. But yeah. That caught me by surprise. Just when you thought you'd seen everything in this game, it pulls a fast one on you.
A new quest is available in your codex.
Okay. Random shit from Teshin. I mean, I'm gonna say no to more still essence. Actually, how many still essence am I up to? I just remembered that I still need to farm the Incubus. Oh, I love that thing. Yeah. Honestly, the Incubus was one of the first things I farmed once Old Piece hit. Like, seriously, I love this thing.
Saddle up.
Yeah, this is the build I have for it. I farmed Uriel, got burnt out on that mode. I still need to farm the weapon and a second Uriel. I haven't farmed a second Uriel yet. Yeah. Oh, I got a bit of extra mod capacity. Yeah. But yeah, I love this thing. Uh, oh yeah, I use semi-rifle cannonade instead of serration. You works great for weapons like this because you get a metric shite ton of punch through. Uh, you know what? I might as well show off me what's it builds. I don't use the Incubus too much, but even as a explosives connoisseur lover of the explosives weaponries, First Prime dual coder torics and hate slash Kome's melee are what I usually use. Ah, okay. Uh, oh shit! You reminded me about the new coder weapon coming out in with Shadow Graph next week. Uh, the Coda Bubonico. I need to. I need to get some extra heart life cells, or life heart cells, whatever they're called. Yeah. Yeah, this is the setup I use on me on the melee side of it, because that's gonna be crazy because you can use Biblical alt fire whilst flying as Yui. Wait, legit? Okay, I have to try this out almost. Yeah, the Vincubus showing off bit can wait. I fucking need to see this. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god. Well, I found a new weapon to use with well, I think we have a new weapon to use with Uriel. My god. Okay, yeah. Thank you for telling me about that one, mate. Oh, wow. This actually works way better than AC, what's it above? Yeah. I can motherfucking turn into a Lancashire bomber. Or Lancaster bomber. I actually killed stuff really damn quick. Okay, I gotta... Right, I'm gonna nuke some Skull Drill real quick. Oh, I have found a new way to speedrun tile sets. This is just glorious. It's a little bit of trouble with beefier enemies, but... Oh, yep. I'm gonna have fun with. Oh, wow. My My brain's having trouble processing this. Oh wow. Okay, yeah. I am now making a when the Code of Bubonico comes out, I'm making a normal I think I'm finally gonna have a make a actual loadout. And it's just going to be that. Because you'll be turned into a gunship? Yep. Like, that's amazing. uh, wait, I was gonna show off me Incubus setup. Yeah, I have my Incubus modded for Blast. And it actually does pretty decent damage. Like, once it gets rolling, it can do a lot of damage. And the wind-up isn't that bad either. Oh. And I get way too much crit out of melee. I'm at 5 times multiplier. And I'm just hit a red crit. Got it, not particularly beefy red crits, but yeah. God damn, I didn't realize just how much damage I could squeeze out of this thing. I should probably show it off without a priming pet. Just to really hammer it home. Yeah, once it gets like I said, once it gets going, which is a lot easier in I wonder how that would work through this passive of extra melee damage. Oh, that's good as passive nowadays? Okay, give me a sec. Wait, where's my Garuda? I know. Oh, it temporarily increases. Temporarily increases for each enemy she kills. Oh, okay. I forget that's a new passive. I'm used to the old one where it's simply she got more power string from that the lower her health was. Yeah, you do need a little bit of priming though to really get it going. But even without priming, you probably could chew through a lot of things fairly quickly. I'll actually show you builds again, just so that you can get a bit of an idea for your own builds for it. Right. Here's the ranged build. I use semi-rifle canonade as the flat damage mod. Galvanized chamber for multi-shot. One of the few weapons I actually use Argon Scope on for crit rate. I know, wait, I put 2 crit mods on here. Why the fuck did I put 2 crit mods on here? Okay, Point Strike and Argon Scope for crit rate. Cryo Sense for crit damage. Thermal rounds and cryo rounds for some blast. Though, would Galvanized Scope be better? I don't know. I don't actually have Galvanized Scope. Because I don't use Argon Scope that much. Well, I do wonder if you could replace one of these. Honestly, you could just run Point Strike and get away with it, because, with just Point Strike, it shoots your crit chance up to 100 anyway. Yeah. Elementalist for the status damage, so the blast gets more blasty. But if you only wanted to run one crit rate mod, you can maybe take one of them out, plop in Hunter Munitions, and just go, well, Galvanized Scope is at max 120 crit chance when aiming, and on headshot kill plus 40 crit chance and stacks 5 times. Fuck me. Huh. You have to have a play about with that one. If you didn't want to run Blast, you can always run Hunting Munitions on it. Honestly, I should really be using Primary Deadhead on this rather than Primary Merciless. That would help out quite a bit because it's a lot more damage. Let's actually plot that on. You can kind of use whatever arcane you want, really, here, but I'd say Merciless or Deadhead's gonna get you some good results. If you didn't want to run Blast, just take out one of these. Like, if you're using Galvanized Scope, then you really don't need both. Well, you don't really need Point Strike, so you can just probably plop something else there. Like, Hunting Munitions probably isn't a bad shout. Because, you're gonna get some beefy crits out of this thing, so... Actually, question. What if I was to use both? Well, that seems to do the trick. Actually, idea. I've gone into full buildcraft mode. Rather than blast, where is malignant force? Gas. Right. I see how. Oh, that's nice. Oh. Yeah, that is nice. Galvanized Changer is really good mod for multi-shot. Yep, that's what I have in build. Yeah, like... Now, gas on 100 munitions, works really good for that. This works better on, like, high damage single target. Well, high damage, slow firing weapons. Anyway, melee. The stance, we only have one. And I stacked on a godly amount of crit on this thing. For no sodding reason. I bet if you use gas, I still have no idea what it actually does. Oh, let's see. Oh yeah, so Mavincubus, you got melee half. Melee Doherty is perfect for it. Gain, at max, one, an extra 1 times critical damage for every 10% puncher status chance on your melee weapon. And that can get very ridiculous very quickly if you put on Weeping Runes. Because that's just gonna skyrocket that status from just that to God knows how much. If we take these off for a sec, so that's 20% status, which 10% of that is puncher. Antidote is really good on the Kuva Multivore? Huh. I suppose that makes sense. Like, since you can just shift it to whatever one you like. I just kind of keep it on slash mode. And just go vial for some pretty beefy slash box on it. I don't even have any melee arcane adapters at the moment, though, so I can't really screw about with that. Yeah. That's a great thing about Warframe. Even if you played the game for years like I have, there are still things still new builds and new things you find out about it. And it is generally amazing. And so is the Warframe community, like... when I've put out... clips from these Warframe streams, I... quite a few times have people leave comments on them telling me about particular things I didn't even know about. Like, it was through one of those that I found out why Malice is probably one of the more dangerous acolytes to deal with, because he can just put small mag bubbles on you. I know there's another acolyte that likes to leave nasty ass slash procs on you. Can't remember which one. I think it's Angst that does that. I know. I just learned to keep an eye out for Malice and just kind of go from there. Oh yeah. God. And this isn't even with a priming pet. Actually, now I gotta see what this looks like with Baron. Okay, let's see how stupid this gets. Yeah, that's about as high as I can go. I'm only mastery rank 18. Like, I didn't really bother with mastery rank past 15, really. Oh, damn, even the gas damage is pretty beefy. Yikes. Yeah. Yeah, damn. With the vital priming, it just straight up turns even heavy gunners into your bitch. God damn. I should be using this thing more often, because with full armor strip, this thing can just one-shot one-shot headshot Still path corrupted heavy gunners. If it hits the head, I mean. Okay. But there's one enemy that is hard to hit the head of. Nope, and Baron just stripped armor stripped him completely for me. Huh. Does Puncher not go through these guys' shields? Yeah, only thing about a gas setup, they don't do... You have to be a bit careful when it comes to Scoldra, because they resist gas. But it doesn't seem like that would be an issue for us. Yep, I think I have tuned this thing to perfection. Just well and truly. Also, for melee side, I don't think you need to go this fucking crazy with a crit. If I'm completely honest. Like, I don't think you need the Umbral mods. But eh. It does kinda worked out. And I don't think you need Gladiator Rush. Like, you could easily just use something like Drifting Contact. It's probably better you do use Drifting Contact over it. But I guess I wanted to go absolutely ballistic with a crit. Yeah, seriously, this is just overkill. I don't know where the idea for this setup came from. This this entire crit filled abomination came from, but it kinda works. Uh so yeah. Oh damn. God damn indeed. Anyway. Yeah. That man is overkill. Hmm. I'm surprised I haven't put any melee speed on this. I suppose with the upfront crit, I don't feel like I need it. But yeah. I think that's enough of the showing off how overtuned I made my Incubus. Also, Main Quest, if you're still here, thank you so much for showing me the thing with the Bubonico Uriel thing. Cause that's fucking amazing. Yeah. Thank you for showing me the Uriel Bubonico thing. It's amazing, and I am going to be abusing the hell out of it, especially when the Colder Bubonico comes out next week. That is literally going to be one of the first things I build it for. My next question is, how many live heart cells do I actually have? Live... Oh, so I only have 6. Crap. Well, guess I'm gonna be fine. Well, Technocyte Coder ain't that hard to actually do. I have a particular system to
Stand by
actually
while I
do the
analyze
fight,
intelligence profiles of the
cause
Grenier. Error, not a number.
I
Did the
can never
operator enjoy this
really
witticism?
do the... I found code glitches so often, I've had like hundreds. I've done a fair few. Like, what kind of weapons do I have? I don't have too many. I have the Kuba base assist. The Meltable. I actually snagged this thing when... Yeah. So, there was one week where Eleanor was, just selling a... I'm trying to get every Coda Ephemeral, and I just keep getting duplicates of ones that I already have. Damn. I don't really shoot for, Ephemeras too much myself. I don't really fight them all too much. I do have a particular way I just absolutely cheese them, though. Yeah. One week, I think the Cold Meltable, this one, is the first of the colder weapons, and one of the only... I want the spider one. Ah, shit, what was the spider one? The spider Warframe or the spider weapon? The spider colder weapon. Uh, yeah. But yeah, so basically the story, the Embracing Ephemera. Oh, yeah, I think I know what one you're talking about. Uh, anyway, yeah, so there was a particular notable week where Eleanor was just selling a a colder Meltable with 60% electricity as its valence bonus. And I bought one of those. And that's where I bought it. I kinda wish I had a spare arcane, well, melee arcane adapter, cause I would slap arcane influence on it. It's fucking perfect for that. Like, you can just throw vial on everything. Really. What's the other one I have? The only other cold weapon I do have is the... People go crazy for 6% colder weapons, but then that's just me who farms colder so often, I just fuse up to 60%. Damn. Damn enough? The only other one I have is this, which... Yeah, I really need to get something better to valence into it. But... I don't think I really need a different element on it. Just because of one thing. Chromie Debilitate exists. And I can just either basis, code attacks, and metal for all 60% from fusing. Fuck. Damn, you've been on the grind for real, for real. Yeah. Yeah, this thing just vomits out, status. And you know what's even worse? I'm using Galvanized Heavy on this thing. So, yeah, once it gets going a bit, it can just kind of snowball. What weapons have I been using a lot recently? I do have a couple of Tenant weapons and a fair few Kuba weapons. Uh, when did I get myself a Quantum Vandal? That's been a fair while ago. Must just been randomly. Oh, this thing was a weird one to try and build. Forgot the Prime, cause Barrow was selling it one week, so I just picked it up and yeah, it has a weird trait. After inflicting status effect, net shot has a 50% chance to have a critical chance of 300%. So you sort of build it for crit, well, put some crit damage on it, and then I built it for status. And then I decided to put primary crux on this thing. It actually works surprisingly well. Not the hardest hitting thing in my arsenal. You have seen what that is. Oh, what is it that I really want to get valence on? A better valence balance on. Oh yeah, this. I want to get a heat valence on it. Cause if I'm aware, that affects Night Watch and Ape, like how strong Night Watch and Napalm is. I tried the Goth for once, but it really wasn't. It wasn't really my style. Yeah, fair enough. It's a really weird weapon. Like, ironically, at that point, I also not long farmed up the Incarnans, both for for the Dera and Bratton Incarnans. And now I just have 3 really solid assault rifles to work with. What serve do I have on my Biblonico? For future weapons when I... Oh, fuck yeah, that's right. I have a ribbon for it. Not a particularly great ribbon, but a ribbon nonetheless. Yeah, it's going corrosive and blast on it. Ah, that's probably why I was doing so damn much in the simulacrum. Blast, pyro, and corrosive. And I didn't have an arcane plugged in. Hmm. The bill of day would be overkill in this situation, but eh. Yeah.
Tenno, the balance of power continues to shift. Navigation is marked with new
Yeah, I built
invasions.
this thing as a pure status powerhouse. Just first ribbon that I got for a weapon I wanted was for the Melvor. Oh, okay. Nice. What other primaries do I have ribbons for? Do I have one for the heck? No, I don't have one for the heck. God, what? Trying to think what one it was for. Oh yeah, it was.
All
Yeah, I got a
set.
Tonko one too.
Service your weapons myself.
That gives me fair bit of crit damage. I have one for heck. Damn. Please tell me it's multi-shot. And please tell me the build just involves jamming as much multi-shot into it as humanly fucking possible. Because that's literally the only reason why I would want to Rhythm for the heck. Just to re-roll it for crap ton of multi-shot, then put Galvanized Hell and Scattered Justice in. And I've rolled it because I don't even have the heck. Wait, you didn't even use the normal heck? Ah, that's okay. Interesting. Yeah, I went Blossom Toxin for some reason because I wanted to use Primary Blight to just jam even more multi-shot into it. You can sense a theme with this. Yeah. I think I might have an unhealthy obsession with trying to jam as much multi-shot into the heck as humanly possible. You think as someone who loves multi-shot, I'd enjoy shotguns, but I don't really. Fair enough, like, I don't use them too often, or they have to have something unique to them, like, I don't usually, well, I'm not really someone that goes after meta stuff too often, but I had to get a Zero Prime at some point. I have a fucking Lavos Prime. Like, it's that I don't use as often as I used to. That is technically the only shotgun I enjoy using. Yeah, and even then, it's just basically a infested version of the Arcoplasmor. I've never used an Arcoplasmor, but the bases give you a good thing of it. Anywho, since we're done, wow, yeah, time flew today, didn't it? Anywho, since we're sort of just chatting at the moment, let us put a pin in the game for today and just go back to the chatting screen for 5-10 minutes. There we go. Yeah, I don't really use shotguns all too much myself, but I do like those ones. And technically, the Bubonico is a shotgun. If you really look at it. But, yeah. We'll probably chat for another 10 minutes or so and then just think about wrapping up, because it's been about 3 hours already, and I typically go for anyone who's new here, I typically go for about like 2.5, 3 hours-ish. It just went past the 3-hour mark, but I'm happy to just chat for another 10 or so minutes. The Burston and AX52 are the two primaries I mainly use. Oh, okay. I honestly use a lot of different primaries. kind of wish I used the Incubus a bit more, knowing just how ridiculous I just made it. I've been using a lot of the assault rifle weapons at the moment, with the Gothic Prime and the Incarnon Bratton Prime and their Vandal. Just messing about with builds for those. And now we can add the Perisco Cernos to that list. Especially knowing some of the insane shit I can actually pull off with it. But I suppose, in that regard, you can kind of do that with Araxia's secondary weapon too, the... Oh god, whatever the fuck it was called. I can't remember what it's called, but it was the secondary that came along with the Isle Weaver update. Cause the secondary fire on that, I think, groups enemies together as well. So that could be good for grouping shenanigans. Hell, that could actually pair really well with something like a Nightwatch Napalm Tuber Ogress. But, like I said, I want to try and get a heat-based Kuva Ogress to valence into my current run. Just so I get a bit of, just so I can bump up the damage of Nightwatch Napalm quite considerably. Because I think that... Well, it takes 30% of your damage, but I have heard somewhere that heat... if you mod heat onto it, it does boost the damage of Nightwatch Napalm? I'll have to double check on that one. It's always worth double checking your information sometimes. Let's see. I can't really think of anything else. Oh yeah. I want to get a Heck Ribbon at some point in my life. Reroll it so it hasn't... That's a lot... There's a lot in Warframe that requires too much brain power than what I have. I suppose that's probably what... I suppose if you really think about it, that's another reason why it appeals to me so much. It gets the hyperfixation part of my brain, rolling. Cause I love me some build crafting. Just straight up. Could give you the Heck Ribbon I have if you like? Nah, I'm alright. Like, I'm not desperate for it, for one at the moment. So I'm good. And plus, it gives you... And plus, it gives you an excuse if you want to go get yourself a Kuba Heck or something. Because, yeah, I can imagine putting multi-shot on a Kuba Heck. You're gonna get some... absolute explosion of numbers. I just have a lot of random rhythms that need the space. Why not sell them on the Warframe market? Like, well... and all that. Because I can imagine rhythms still go for a decent amount. But I don't really engage in trading myself, so I can't really say. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, a person who already has so much money shot on fire rate that literally had to make my numbers smaller and transparent. Oh. Huh. Okay. That's, yeah, I can imagine that being quite, a problem. Well, that's me, that would probably go the other way and just be like, all the numbers so I can't see shit. Either that, oh, even with them smaller, they still block the screen half the time. That's the point where you know you're overpowered in Warframe. When either, the numbers block half the screen, or you do one single bit of damage that's so obscenely large, it kills the enemy about 20 times over. Or something like that. I mean, it'll cut through level 200 still path like it's nothing. Fair enough. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap up soon. It's like, fairly late for me at this point. Because it's like, 20 to 11 here. Well, UK time, I mean. Because I'm British. Shock horror! Yeah, no, I'm British. You could probably tell by my accent. In my Steam Luck contest, I just test up against 150 in Still Path despite doing normal, well, 1999 as my usual content loop. Fair enough. Like, I haven't done that in a while. I suppose, since I'm running low on arcanes, like, I have to do some of that. Next time arcanes end up in the reward pool. Oh, arcane adapters end up in the reward pool. And such. Yeah. I think I'm gonna wrap things up there for today. So, yeah. Alden, let my brain catch up for a second. Oh yeah, yeah, I'm gonna start wrapping up now. So, as always... Oh shit, yeah, I haven't gone over the schedule for next week. Because I haven't set my schedule, haven't sorted out the specifics of the schedule for next week. We probably won't... Who needs words when you can make random noises? Fair enough. Now my round noise is just me umming and ahhing about things. Right, schedule for next week. Probably High Warriors Age of Calamity on Tuesday. More Super Metroid on Saturday. And as for next Sunday, it'll likely be Sonic Racing Crossworlds, cause you've got the... Cause the Mega Man DLC comes out next week. So, I think the festival for that will be next weekend. And since it's the last of the gaming ones out of this lot of paid DLC for it, I kind of wanted to cover it and such. I don't know that much about Mega Man, actually. Though I have been keeping an eye on, like, the... what's it? The design contest for the new one? I played Crossbows once, purely to play as Miku, and know nothing about Sonic lore characters. You're in luck, cause I, on the other hand, know way too much about Sonic lore and characters. So, yeah, if you want, doing the Crossworld stream next week, and I can tell you chapter and verse about half the roster. That's, yeah. So, that's the outline of the schedule for next week. Not saying like it's certain, but it'll most likely be that. So, yeah. Anywho, right, wrapping up time. Now gotta remember what my sudden outro is. Oh yeah. Thank you all for popping in. Thank you all for popping in and hanging out for a bit. Yeah, I'm gonna end here. Thank you all for popping in and hanging out for a bit. Very, very much appreciate it. It was fun meeting you. It was fun meeting you too, Vian. It really was. And once again, thank you for teaching me about the Uriel Bubonico thing. That is so getting abused on a somewhat frequent basis. Yeah. You all are welcome back here at any time when I'm streaming on that. Thank you all for popping in. I hope you all stay safe and have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you hopefully next week. Alrighty. Good night, everybody. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you next week. Good night. Alrighty, good night.